Hello everybody, and welcome back. It has been a very long time since my last upload. This is episode 4 of my Direwolf20 1.7.10 Feed the Beast Let's Play, and like I said, it has been a while since my last upload, and that is because of exams. I had exams for my school this whole past week, throughout the whole week, which is kind of why I've been extremely busy. I've been devoting all my time studying for those, but now finally those are over and Christmas break is here, so I hope you guys are having a good break, and I really appreciate all the support I've got. I think I'm up to 5 subscribers now, and I really appreciate that from everyone. So without any further ado, let's get into the episode. Now I literally have not done anything since last episode. I literally just where we left off from last episode. I'm gonna sleep to get this night over with. So yeah, I think what I wanted to do in my next episode was get a tinker's situation going. I found those apple trees from the orchard biome up there, so that's a pretty nice source of food for us. I think I'm gonna get all my plants in this above chest just to get a little bit more organized. So yeah, this episode, I think what I want to do is do a little bit of harvesting. I guess I was putting those in here. I want to get some basic tinker tools. Now of course, in order to start out getting the higher end tiers, you're gonna need to get alumite, the material alumite, and let's see if I have that book anywhere. Here they are. So I don't believe I need this book anymore for anything, so what I'm gonna do is just put it in there and get this book. So the material that I'm gonna go for my tools today is alumite here. Now this requires, let's see, I don't remember which book tells you. I think here we go. Alumite requires 5 aluminum, 2 iron, and 2 obsidian. Now in order to get obsidian, obviously you need a diamond pickaxe, but I do not have any diamonds, but there is a workaround. I guess that's not it. Here we go. There is a workaround, I spelled terrain wrong, to that where you don't need diamonds, and that is the terrain smasher. And what this requires: a pneumatic servo, 2 glass, 2 iron, and redstone for the pneumatic servo, a couple tin gears, a piston, and an invar pickaxe, which is ferrous and iron smelted together. Let's actually get a little bit of that going. We have 2 iron and some ferrous. I'm gonna put it. Oh, and another material we're gonna need to start tinkering is aluminum brass, which requires 3 aluminum and 1 copper. So I'm gonna get a little bit of that as well. We'll get 3. We're gonna need 3 aluminum. Where's my aluminum? I think I left that in here. So I'll get 9 aluminum. And what was the other one I needed? And copper. So then I'll get 3 to 1. So I'll get 3 copper, which should be over here. Awesome. And I'm gonna get this stuff smelting too, to get aluminum brass. Alright, so now we have our invar in there, and the first thing I'm going to want to do is get an ingot, put it on our casting table, and once this stuff smelts, we should get some aluminum brass, which is what we're going to use to make all of our molds and all of our casts. So hopefully this will get going pretty quick. And the other thing I wanted to do today, we have 6 of these survivalist generators. They're really efficient, but the power production is really crap, so these machines kind of struggle keeping up with it. So I think I want to get a little bit better power source going, so that these machines, after I get back from like a caving run, these machines can keep up pretty well. So we have our aluminum brass. I'm going to get an ingot mold, which is what we have our pattern chest for, to keep all of our molds and all of our patterns. So put that ingot cast down, and I'm going to get this invar out first, because this is how I'm going to get the obsidian required for the alamite. I'm going to use a terrain smasher. Now I don't believe it needs power. I think it needs a redstone signal. I'm not 100% sure about that, but once we make it here, actually I think I'm pretty low on redstone. I am. That requires 1. Wow, I have just enough redstone for this. Let's get some cobble, some wood. Do I have any more wood? I don't. Maybe one of our trees up here grew. So yeah, I'm really excited to be getting back into the swing of things here on a regular upload schedule. I should be able to upload pretty frequently before the 26th. So the 26th I'm going away for a little vacation, so I won't be able to upload there, but hopefully between now and then I should be able to get a couple videos up. That's the plan anyway. So I got 2 sticks, perfect. Where is a crafting table? So we'll get our invar pickaxe, and what else do we need for this? I'm gonna need some glass. I'm gonna smelt up quite a bit of glass for the future, because I'm sure we will need it again. We'll put this on furnace mode, get that going. So between this episode and next episode, I think what I want to do is definitely go mining and get a whole bunch of more resources, just so we can really start kind of getting into things here. But like I said, for now, this episode, my plan is to get maybe a little bit better of a power source here and get my tools going, my basic tinker's tools going, so we can start progressing in that. So our glass should be coming out here. We're gonna make our pneumatic servo. What are we missing for that? We're gonna need iron, and we're also gonna need tin. Do I have any of that yet? Man, I really need some more wood. Good thing I harvested that tree. I'll get some sticks gone, and I'll make 2 tin gears. I think I can make them like this. Actually, I didn't need to do that. So 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2, 2 tin gears, perfect. Let's get this pneumatic servo going. Yeah, I really need some redstone after this. And that won't work because the invar pickaxe does not stack. So here we have our terrain smasher. Now if I'm not mistaken, this should automatically, yes, it will automatically harvest blocks, and I believe it will be able to harvest obsidian, which means we will not need a diamond pick. And I think what I can do is just make a chest, put the chest on top of it, and the cobble is not in there. Does it go out the back? Boom, there it is. Awesome. So that is how we're going to get some obsidian to get our alamite going. So wait, what is in here? Just aluminum. Okay, so I think what I'm going to do is cut here, go find a lava lake where I can make some obsidian, and we can try out this terrain smasher. So I'll be right back. Alright guys, we are back in here, just really pretty close to my base. There's a above ground lava lake, which is pretty nice. That's where I got my lava for the Tinker's smeltery. So I think I'm just gonna do that and move. Sorry, cow, I didn't want to do that. And I'm just gonna use, boom, awesome. So that will pick up our obsidian, and then we can just move it again. Now if we look here, I don't remember how many we need. What am I looking for? Aluminum, iron, and obsidian. Okay, so we need at least 2. I think what we're gonna do is I'm gonna get 4. I wonder if this is kind of a little bit tedious, but it's better than having to waste 3 diamonds that I don't even have on a pickaxe. Probably should have made the crescent hammer, because breaking this every time, especially when I misplace it, isn't very productive, and especially when I don't place it in the correct orientation. Alright, I don't know for sure, where did the chest go? Am I going crazy? I don't see a chest. What happened to the chest? Is it in the inventory? I don't know if breaking the terrain smasher will release the whatever's in the inventory, but that's odd. Maybe it broke the chest, I'm not sure. But so I'm gonna get 1 more piece of obsidian. Awesome. Place that down, and boom. So that is a good, whoops, that's a good way, if you don't have any diamonds early game, to get some obsidian. So now that we have all that, we're gonna head back, take the short run back to the house, and cook up some alamite. Now eventually what I'm gonna want to be getting is cobalt tools, with manual and ardite, those kind of tools, the high-end tools. But the stepping stone from kind of basic tools to those is alamite. It's the only metal. I think actually steel can break cobalt and ardite as well, but I usually just use alamite. So I don't know exactly how much aluminum. We have 9 ingots worth of aluminum. So let's put let's see, actually let's read this book again, see the ratio. So 5 aluminum, so let's put 1 more aluminum ingot. And where's my aluminum? That's right, I don't have it smelted. I'm actually going to sag mill that, and this should cook it up and put it into here. I'm gonna put 1 more aluminum ingot in there, and then I have my 4 obsidian, and the other metal was iron, so we'll get 4 iron. Alright, and my aluminum, perfect. How many did I have in here? 1, so I'll put 1, those and those. So yeah, so like I said, actually let's see what we'll need to get for some more power. Now I wanted to make the Sterling generator from Ender.io, which just looks like it requires stone bricks, 2 basic gears, a piston, and a furnace. Now I have everything to make this except the 1 piece of redstone. That's the stuff we really need now, is that redstone. I don't know if there's any other ways to get it without just redstone ore. I don't think there is. Yeah, so definitely between this episode and next episode I'm gonna have to go mining and get way more redstone in order to get better situated and make more stuff. But that's definitely something I'm gonna be doing. So now that went, we have 6 alamite ingots. Now the first thing I want to make is a pick, which requires a pickaxe head, a handle, and a tool binding. Now if we have that one book, this one I believe, we can see that no, I don't know if it's this book. We're gonna make, in our stencil table here, we're gonna make the stuff required for our pickaxe. So there's the tool binding pattern and our tool rod pattern. Now what we can do with these is come over here, we'll put our tool rod in, and we're gonna make a cobblestone tool rod. Now you can see this, it says material cost 0.5, so it requires one, like for example, one cobblestone in this case. We got the tool rod and a shard, which is also worth 0.5, so if I put that back in there we could get another one. But all I'm making this for is to make a cast of a tool rod. And while we're at it, well, usually what I do is use paper for my tool bindings. So let's go see. I don't know if I have any sugarcane in there, but I know there is some sugarcane over here. We're definitely going to need to start a sugarcane farm for the future, just because a lot of recipes need paper. So definitely we're going to need to get, whoops, my phone is going off. Let me turn that off. Sorry about that. And it fell on the ground. So we'll make one of these. Actually, that was stupid. I need 3 sugar canes to make paper. So I'm really hoping I have some sugar cane in one of my chests down here. None in there. And bamboo. Well, that's kind of disappointing. Can I use this to make paper? Does not look like it. Alright, I'm gonna go get some paper. I'll be right back. Alright guys, I got our paper. So we'll do a little bit of that, and I'm gonna make my binding out of paper. Now that costs a oh no, it doesn't. I guess the paper's only worth 0.5. But anyway, we'll put our patterns in here. And so for the tool rod, I'm just gonna make that out of alumite. I'm gonna make our binding out of the paper, and I'm gonna make a pickaxe head pattern, because obviously that's the most important thing to the pickaxe. So we're gonna make a pickaxe. This requires a whole material cost, so that's why it uses the whole cobblestone. And again, we're gonna do the same thing. Get a cast for that. Looks like it's getting nighttime here. So we got that. We're gonna put our cast down and make it out of alumite. Alright, so then we'll come over to our tool station, put our pickaxe head in, our paper in, and our tool rod. Now I use paper because, see, it says writable, and that adds an extra modifier over here. So originally that would say 3 modifiers, but the writable paper binding gives it an additional modifier. So there we made our first tinker tool. And I think I'm going to end the episode here. I'm actually a little bit busy. I have to go out to eat after this. But we got our basic alumite pickaxe, which is really key to advancing and moving forward to making better tinker tools. So that's awesome. I did want to get a better power source with the Stirling generator, but I just don't have the resources to do that. So between this episode and next episode, I'm going to go out caving, get a whole bunch of resources so we can start actually building stuff next episode. And I also think we may make our first trip into the Nether next episode. So some fun, exciting things coming up. I'm definitely looking forward to getting back into the swing of things. So I thank you everybody for watching, all of the support I've got. I really do appreciate it. I hopefully the next episode, from what my schedule is kind of telling me, I'm definitely going to be able to upload another episode tomorrow. So come back tomorrow and see episode 5. But for now, I'm gonna go get some food, and I will see everybody in the next episode. Bye.